Hey everybody, welcome back. I mentioned in my last video, I'm definitely not a dating expert, relationship expert, but I do know from I'm 40 years old. Before I married, did a lot of dating, so I do have a lot of experience and lessons that fortunately it took me, wish I'd known in my, teens and my 20s, early mid-20s, what I know now. I could save myself a lot of time and money, but sometimes you gotta fail, sometimes you gotta go through those kinds of experiences in order to learn. So I'm gonna share with you this tip today. Do not waste time on anybody who doesn't want to spend or doesn't seem to want to spend time with you. I'm not saying, it's if you're dating somebody, I'm not saying that, you're wasting time on them or they're wasting time on you. I should say, a better way of saying it is, don't try to spend time on somebody that doesn't seem to want to be spending time with you or on you. Same thing goes for money. And I did this so much when I was younger. I don't know if this was actually a thing before internet dating, but most of my dating has been girls that I met over the internet, and I gave so many girls so many chances. I can't tell you how many times I got stood up, and it was just so obvious looking back at it. It was bullshit. Like, why did I believe it? Why did I give them the benefit of the doubt? I should have just said, fuck you, you had your chance, you blew it, we're done, I'm moving on to somebody else. I met this girl on AOL. I used to go into like AOL profiles in the area. I used to narrow my search down that way. And it was so embarrassing because my friends and I went out to a bar and this girl was supposed to meet me. She never showed up. And my friends, they wanted to bar hop. And I could have gone on bar hop. I didn't have a cell phone at the time. This was like back in 99, 2000. So I'm just waiting around for this girl, waiting. And they said, well, sorry, like, we want to go and bar hop around. Like, okay, I'll see you guys at work tomorrow. I guess I'm going to wait for her here if she does so happen to show up. So she doesn't show up. She told me, I didn't see a picture of her, but she gave me a description of what she looked like. And I'm looking like all over the bar, all over the restaurant, even checking the parking lot, looking in the cars to see if any girls are. I told her to meet me in the bar. And there's nobody around that looks anything like that. And you would not believe, I found out that this bitch was on drugs. Because I dated her for a while. And I went to her house. I didn't hear from her for like 2 weeks. And I went to her house and her parents told me that she had OD'd on heroin and was in drug rehab. I'm like, oh, I didn't tell her parents anything. But I'm definitely done with her now. I should have been done with her a lot earlier. So, yeah, again, I finally left the bar. I think it was pretty close to closing time. They were only giving open another half hour. Like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And, it pissed me off. Like, I could have gone on, had, more fun with my friends. And instead, I was left alone to drink all by myself and go home by myself after, wasting all that time. Just spending time by myself at home. I could have spent more time with my friends, bar hopping around, but anyways, I go home and I go on to AOL Instant Messenger and she's online. She showed up in my friends list and I was about ready to instant message her and she instant messaged me first and she's like, hey, what are you doing at home? And I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. I'm like, no, like, do not even go there. Do not even go there. I cannot believe she was asking me that. And I typed back to her, I said, no, that's my question. What are you doing home? You were supposed to meet me at the bar, remember? And it's not like bullshit. She was probably doing drugs. Forgotten, I don't know what happened, lost track of time. So I said, yeah, what are you doing home? You were supposed to meet me at the bar, remember? And she said, oh, I'm very sorry, but like 20 friends showed up at my house all at once. And I'm like, okay, you couldn't tell them if you were going out somewhere. And so what was I supposed to do? Tell them to leave? I'm like, yeah, tell them you got something to do. And then there was another time I was supposed to meet her at a bar, not too long after that, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and I'm waiting for her. And she didn't show up again, and she told me that she had gotten into a car accident, and we started dating, and she was under the, she told me because of the car accident that she was having back pain, and that she was taking Vicodin, and, as I found out later, she was probably stoned, because we were at a bar one night with my friends, and she was acting like so drugged out, it didn't click with me at the time, because I didn't really have experience dealing with people that were, abusing drugs. Now I could totally spot one just like that. So she said that she was feeling kind of dizzy. She's like, oh, can you just take me home? She's like, I'm just really feeling dizzy because of the Vicodin. It turns out she was probably under the influence of heroin at that point, wanted to go home, or probably had to go home to get her fix before she suffered a detox or withdrawal symptoms, and everybody was looking at me like they thought that she was acting kind of weird. And she actually left my college graduation party. She came to my college graduation party. She said, oh, I might be back. And like, this friend couldn't call somebody else. She said a friend of hers, it was so embarrassing that, all my friends, that she just left my graduation party. And this is a pretty significant time in my life. And everybody, it was so embarrassing that she was supposed to be my girlfriend and she left, and everybody thought it was so strange that the minute they all showed up and she just leaves. And the story just didn't sound convincing either. She's like, oh, it's like my friend, her car won't start. I gotta go help her jumpstart her car. And I had a feeling she wasn't gonna come back. Oh, I might be back. I might be back. And she couldn't have called somebody else. There's nobody else that could help her. Give me a break. So, yeah, not too long after, I think she had said it anyways to begin with, that she felt that we were two different people. So I was kind of relieved in a way, because I kind of felt like it was going nowhere. And then I had another girl that I was talking to that was supposed to meet. I think she stood me up like 2 or 3 times. And yeah, it was the same old story. I was supposed to meet her at some bowling alley, and I didn't have a phone. She told me what she looked like, and I'm like, looking around for her. I went inside the bowling alley. I was looking all over the parking lot, all over the outside. We had agreed when it was cold in the wintertime, we had agreed to meet outside. And she said, oh, I was there. I'm like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. And then there was another time she stood me up, and she didn't show up at this pool hall. And I think she said, oh, I'll definitely be there because my friends, I made plans to meet my friends there. And she had said that a friend of hers was pregnant and didn't feel like she was throwing up and got really hungry after that. So like, oh, a friend of mine's pregnant and she didn't feel like leaving the house. She wasn't feeling good. So I had to go out and get her some ice cream. And again, it's like she couldn't have called somebody else. And she's like, oh, what do you expect me to do? Just to ditch my best friend for you? And I'm like, what about your friends? What did you tell them? I go, oh, they just, there was a whole bunch of them. They're supposed to meet me there. So they just went on with their night. So I'm like, oh, that's great. And wasted a lot of time with her too. But yeah, the point I want to get to is don't, and I did have a girlfriend that actually turned into a relationship. I'm surprised after that. I was like, that's it. If somebody, fucks around with me like that again, I'm not giving them their chance. This girl actually turned in to be a relationship that lasted quite a while, about 6 months. And this girl, I guess she was over at a friend's house and fell asleep. I mean, hey, I guess it could happen. And she told me to meet her over at her house at like 11 o'clock at night. And she says, yeah, she's like, my parents will probably be asleep. So she's like, just meet me in the backyard. I actually was getting a little scared because I thought maybe I might be getting set up to get jumped or something, because her backyard was pitch dark and it wasn't like lit up at all. And there was like woods behind her backyard, and she actually said that she usually didn't go into her backyard by herself at night because there had been a lot of abductions around the woods, around that area. So I took my precautions. I didn't have a flashlight or anything, but I was in the backyard, and I was calling for her. I'm like, Jenny, are you back here? Jenny, it's Jeff. Are you there? And didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. And then I had knocked on, she didn't have a doorbell. So we knocked on the door, and I think her dad had answered the phone and said like, oh, she didn't know where she was, but she wasn't there. And I was about ready to give up on her, but she had said that she was over at a friend's house and they just fell asleep watching a movie. So that's understandable. I still was about ready not to give her second chance, but ironically, most girls, it wouldn't work out, but ended up working out. But yeah, again, everybody's busy. You know, I don't get, a lot of girls use that excuse. I'm not sure what guys do, but I'm always honest. You know, even though I feel honesty, don't waste somebody's time. Be honest, even though the truth may hurt. Hey, you don't waste each other's time. You don't lead the person on. The person can go and pursue other dick, other pussy, whatever they want. Yeah, I just don't feel, I think that's kind of rude, playing with somebody's feelings. You know, some people do that on purpose. Some people, some girls actually get a thrill out of leading guys on like that. Some guys may do that too. You know, you don't have to tell the person. You could just say, hey, I'm not interested, rather than make up a lie. And even if they say why, you can tell them. You don't have to. You could just say, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just not interested. And if the person keeps, plugging you for more information, that's actually considered harassment. So you really don't have to tell them. But I'm always honest, about the way I feel, even though the truth may hurt. I believe honesty is the best policy. But yeah, I get that. I used to get that excuse a lot. One of my friends used to get that excuse, like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have any time. And one of my friends was in a dating service, I think YouDate or something like that online, and he actually went to meet the girl, I guess, for coffee or for a drink or something like that. And so supposedly the girl was in medical school, or to be a physician's assistant. And she's like, oh, I'm just so busy, I don't have any time, I'm like so busy with school. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if you're so fucking busy, why did you bother getting into a dating service? Like, come on. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that was just an excuse. I have a feeling she met him and wasn't interested and just didn't have the guts to tell him. So yeah, I believe in being honest. I don't like when people are dishonest with me, even if a girl, I know one time a girl told me that she didn't tell me right then and there, but after the internet date, after I actually met her in person, we went to see a movie and had pizza afterwards, and she did tell me, she's like, yeah, she's like, you're just not my type. I could tell from the moment I saw you, and that hurt, but hey, at least she didn't waste any more of my time. And I think it was hard for her to say. I was kind of plugging her for information, because I think I pushed her a little bit too. I'm like, do you not want to see me again? I'm like, if you do, just be honest about it. And then I got that out of her. But yeah, I don't believe in leading people on. I think that's kind of cruel. I think that's, let the person know so that they can, just like a job too, and just be honest. Sometimes there's plenty of people out there, just like there's plenty of jobs out there. It can take a while. You might reach out to 10 girls, and maybe only one of them you'll actually end up meeting, and who knows if it'll even work out. Who knows if it'll lead to a second date. Who knows if it'll lead to a relationship. And you really can't expect to shop and drop with one person. And it's just like with a job too. You don't really want to do that. You don't want to really just settle, because I found that out with jobs and relationships, girlfriends, dating. Sometimes you settle, it ends up not being what you want in the long run. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon with another interesting topic. Have a great day, a great weekend. Until next time, America.